Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing one of the most personal and heartfelt stories of my life. My name is Sara, and this is how my stepmom Priya and one brave haircut helped heal my broken heart and brought us closer than ever. It all began when I was 12 years old. My biological mother left us suddenly. One evening she told my dad she had fallen in love with another man and couldn't stay anymore. She packed her bags, kissed me quickly on the forehead, and walked out the door. That night I cried until my eyes were swollen. My long, thick, waist-length black hair, the same hair she used to oil and braid lovingly every morning, now felt like a painful reminder of what I had lost. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw her absence. The pain was so heavy. Dad was heartbroken too. Our home became silent and empty. I stopped smiling. I stopped talking to my friends. My grades dropped badly. I spent hours alone in my room, refusing to let anyone in. I was angry at the world, angry at my mom for leaving, and mostly angry at myself for not being enough to make her stay. 2 long years passed like this. Then my dad met Priya. She was warm, kind, and had the gentlest smile. They dated for some time and eventually got married. At first, I hated the idea of having a stepmom. I was cold and rude to her. I ignored her attempts to talk to me. Once I even told her straight, "You can never replace my real mom." Priya never raised her voice or got angry. She would just smile softly and reply, "I'm not here to replace anyone, Sara. I just want to be here for you in my own way." Slowly, without any pressure, Priya started winning my heart. She woke up early to make my favorite aloo paratha with extra butter. She sat with me for hours helping with difficult math problems, never making me feel stupid. On weekends, she took me to the park or for small shopping trips. She listened when I wanted to talk and gave me space when I didn't. Little by little, the walls around my heart began to melt. For the first time since my mom left, our house started feeling like a home again. Priya was so different from my biological mother. She was full of life and loved trying new things, new recipes, new clothes, new places, and yes, new hairstyles. She often said, "Life is too short to stay the same every day, Beta. Your hair should make you feel confident and happy, not stuck in the past." One beautiful Saturday afternoon in March, Priya came into my room with a bright smile. "Sara, get ready. Today is our special girls' day out. No excuses." I was curious but went along. We drove to her favorite modern salon in the city. The moment we entered, the fresh smell of coconut shampoo and hairspray welcomed us. Bright lights, big mirrors, and soft background music made the place feel comforting. I assumed we were just getting trims. But when Priya sat in the big salon chair and the stylist asked, "What are we doing for you today, Priya Jai?" Priya ran her fingers through her long, silky black hair and said confidently, "I've been thinking about this for a while. I want a big change. Take me from long to short. Give me a Prem Bubble Cut, short and neat at the nape, with lots of volume and bouncy curls on top. Make it rounded and playful, like a perfect bubble." My eyes went wide with shock. Priya had such beautiful, healthy long hair that reached well below her shoulder blades. I had watched her care for it so lovingly at home. And now she wanted to cut most of it off. A strange mix of nervousness and excitement rose inside me. The stylist smiled enthusiastically. "That's a bold and beautiful choice. You're going to look amazing. Let's begin." Priya was draped in a black salon cape. Her long hair was brushed out smoothly, falling like a dark, glossy waterfall down her back. The stylist started by gathering a large section from the back. She lifted the heavy length high, showing just how long it really was. Then she brought her sharp scissors close. Snip, snip, snip. The sound was crisp and clear in the salon. The first thick chunk, almost 2 feet of long black hair, was cut cleanly. It fell heavily onto the cape and slid onto the floor with a soft, silky thud. I gasped quietly. Priya's neck already looked lighter and more exposed. She just smiled calmly, no sign of regret. "Keep going," she told the stylist softly. The stylist continued working from the back, section by section. She used larger scissors to remove the bulk length, bringing it first down to chin level. More and more long strands tumbled down. Shik, the floor around the chair quickly began to fill with piles of glossy black hair. With every cut, Priya's hair became noticeably shorter, from mid-back to shoulder length, then to a shorter bob. I sat completely still, unable to look away. My heart was beating faster with every snip. Watching so much beautiful long hair fall away felt both shocking and strangely thrilling. It was like seeing someone bravely release something heavy they had carried for years. Priya's face in the mirror showed only relaxation and quiet joy. Next, the stylist switched to smaller, precision scissors to create the signature bubble shape. She carefully cut the sides and back into a rounded, blunt base, keeping it short and neat at the nape, almost like a gentle, graduated shape that tapered cleanly toward the neck. The hair at the back was now very short, barely covering the skin, while she left more length on the crown area for volume. For the Prem Bubble Cut, the stylist explained while working, we focus on a rounded, voluminous top with soft internal layers. This creates that perfect bubble silhouette, structured and short at the bottom, but full and bouncy on top. She added delicate layers throughout the upper sections, lifting strands and snipping carefully to remove weight and allow movement. Tiny clippings rained down like dark confetti. Priya gently shook her head a few times to feel the changing weight, and each time less hair moved with her. Then came the perm for those signature bouncy curls. Small sections on the crown and sides were wrapped tightly around perm rods. A mild chemical scent filled the air as the solution was applied. While the perm processed, Priya turned to me and chatted casually, making me laugh with funny stories to keep me relaxed. After the perm was rinsed and neutralized, the real magic began. The stylist picked up a round brush and a powerful blow dryer. Hot air rushed through the short hair. As she brushed and dried section by section, the permed curls sprang beautifully to life, tight, fluffy, well-defined curls that formed a perfect rounded bubble shape on top. The sides and back stayed neatly short and tapered, giving the classic Prem Bubble Cut look. Short and clean at the nape, voluminous and playful on the crown, with curls that bounced with every movement. When the stylist gave it a final light spritz of hairspray and stepped back, Priya's transformation was complete. Her once long, straight, elegant hair was now a short, bold, and confident Prem Bubble Cut. She looked younger, fresher, and full of life. She shook her head energetically, and the fluffy curls bounced playfully. She touched the back of her neck and laughed with pure delight. "This feels so amazing," she said, eyes sparkling. "So light, so free." I had watched the entire process without blinking. My hands were gripping the edge of my seat. The sound of scissors, the piles of fallen hair, the dramatic change in the mirror, something deep inside me had woken up. It wasn't fear. It was pure excitement. A small voice in my head kept whispering, "What if I did something like this too?" Priya stood up from the chair looking like a completely new person. The short bubble cut suited her perfectly, modern, fun, and radiating confidence. She turned to me with a big smile and asked, "So, Sara, what do you think?" I could only manage a soft, amazed whisper at first. "You look incredible. Really, really beautiful." When we reached home, Dad's reaction was priceless. The moment he saw Priya, his eyes widened in surprise. He stared for a few seconds, then broke into the biggest, warmest smile I had seen in years. "Priya, wow, you look absolutely stunning. So fresh, so bold. I love it." He pulled her into a tight hug and kept complimenting how beautiful and brave she looked. Our home felt warmer and happier than it had in a long time. That night I couldn't sleep. Priya's new short bubble cut kept playing in my mind, the sound of the scissors, the long hair falling, her radiant smile after the big change. I secretly opened YouTube and started watching long to short haircut videos. Dramatic transformations, girls going from waist-length hair to short bobs and bubble cuts, the shocked but happy faces in the mirror. I stayed up till late, completely hooked. A few evenings later, after dinner, I found Priya sitting alone on the balcony, gently touching her short, curly hair. I sat beside her, feeling nervous but determined. "Priya, can I ask you something?" "Of course, Beta, anything." "Why did you cut your long hair? It was so beautiful, weren't you scared? Everyone always complimented your long hair." Priya looked at the night sky for a moment, then took a deep breath and shared her past with me. "Actually, Sara, this wasn't my first big chop. When I was around 14, just a little older than you, I was struggling a lot. My parents were very strict and wanted me to keep perfect, traditional long hair. I felt invisible under all the pressure of studies and family expectations. One day I couldn't take it anymore. I went to a small salon alone and asked for a short, layered bob. When I came home, my mother was furious and didn't talk to me for days. But that short hair gave me something precious, a sense of freedom and control. It taught me that sometimes changing your outside helps you heal what's inside. It was my way of saying I won't stay stuck forever. When I saw you after your mom left, quiet, sad, carrying so much pain, I promised myself I would show you that it's okay to let go. It's okay to try something new and scary. That's why I chose this bold Prem Bubble Cut, to show you that new beginnings are possible. Tears rolled down my cheeks. For the first time, I felt truly seen and understood. I hugged Priya tightly. After a long silence, I gathered all my courage and said the words that had been growing inside me. Priya, I think I want the same. The Prem Bubble Cut. I want to go from my long hair to short, just like you. I want to feel that freedom too. Priya's eyes filled with happy tears. She held my face gently and said, "Are you really sure, Sara? It's a big and permanent change. But if this is what your heart wants, I will be right there with you, holding your hand through every single snip." I nodded, smiling through my tears. "I'm sure. I want to start fresh with you." Priya hugged me warmly and whispered, "Then let's do it together, Beta. This will be our new beginning." Will Sara really go through with her own dramatic long-to-short Prem Bubble Cut? How will she feel when her long hair starts falling to the floor? What will Dad say when he sees her new look? Don't miss part 2, Sara's haircut day and emotional transformation. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2.